Let me do that.
Perfect.
And then I can make you host. One second. Perfect. All right. We're all good, my friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Safe travels. Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Perfect. Let me see. Let me get everyone in. All right, welcome, Jennifer. It looks like we're just waiting for a few more people. We'll give it just one moment. How are you today?
I'm good. And yourself?
Perfect. I'm good. I'm good. Let me, I know what to do. Since I'm going to, oh no, I'm going to leave that alone. I was going to take off the waiting room, but it looks like it stays on. So I'm going to move it over here on my screen and just continue to let people in. Welcome. All right, we got two more. Cari is traveling, so I am covering host and speaker today. I hope you guys are ready for that. I just come back from Dallas. I think that was probably a little closer to most of you. Just came back from Dallas from the regional rally on that side of the country. I am all pumped up and ready to go. Here we go. We got more and more coming on in. All right, all right. So welcome, 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 everybody. I am Nakia. I am your host and your speaker for today. Cari is traveling. We wish her safe travels as we continue our kvCORE journey. And I think I have my screen all set up, so I will get going for those of you who have appeared on time. One thing I'm starting to notice is that realtors are starting to be on time or late. And I don't know when we picked up that habit. I've been I'm a military person, so I'm used to being early. Well, I'm a military kid, I should say, not a military person. I'm a military kid. I'm an Army brat. If you don't know that, I'm an Army brat. So I have a lot of military traits in me, and being early is one of them. And thank you guys for arriving on time and early. This week we're covering listings. Is everybody ready to go? If you're ready to go, type ready in the chat. Let me just make sure you guys are here, attentive and ready to learn today. Just type ready in that chat for me so I can feel. All right, I have an audience. I wanted to make sure you guys can hear me and that I won't be talking to myself today. All right, so we are back at kvCORE. We've covered things week after week, but today we wanted to take a deeper dive into listings. So we will start right away with our listings, button. Can you guys find, and should I mute everyone maybe? Yep, I'm gonna mute everyone. And if you have a question or you want to participate, if you would just unmute, let me just hit mute all. Mute all. All right, as I get distracted really quickly, so forgive me. If you need to come off of mute or get my attention, just raise your hand. I'll check in every so often as well. And I do see something in the chat before we get started. Let me just make sure. Let me see. Okay, that's just a note. Okay. We have some recordings going on. All right, everybody. Back at kvCORE. All right. I am loving kvCORE because I went and did some things this morning. I put my notes in. I made a few calls from my task list. And then I just breezed on over here to this listings button. It's the little house. We're going to click that house to get started in our listings section. Always just start right there. And if you see, you'll see listings that should be in your MLS. But if we are going to do some marketing first, I want to just talk about marketing first, then we are going to filter some of the listings out. So we're going to click filter. And I'm actually going to look for my agency listings because I don't have any active listings, but I want to maybe share a property of the week. I want to post some properties on my Facebook, my LinkedIn, my Twitter, Craigslist. I don't know if you guys know that we do have a direct connection from kvCORE to Craigslist. If that is your thing for lead generation, I've done it. And I'll show you guys how to do that as well. But I'm going to click agency listings because I want listings from my office, from my EXP listings, right? Those are the properties that I'm going to choose to market. And I actually have an area that I market. It's near my home. So I always generally start right there. Okay. If you have a farming area, if you have the area where you live, if you have the area that you lead generate in, you want to work in, you see yourself working in the future. If you're a new agent, I always just start with that area as well to see if I can find something there. So I generally put that in the filter. I use zip code. If you have a neighborhood, I think you can drill down all the way into communities and everything, I think. Just try it. If it doesn't automatically populate, then go back to, once you start typing in the zip code, then it automatically populates. Cities, counties automatically populate as well. If you have a property type, that's the only property type you like to sell or market, then you can drill down there. New builds, you can drill down years, all of that good stuff. And then you just hit apply filters. And then lucky for me, there are 12 listings in my area that I can choose from right off the bat. I also check the list. I sort by listing date, and I've already done it this morning. So you just click it one time. There we go. I can see the earliest listing date was December 18th. I don't want to look at that one yet. So I'm going to go back to newly listed. Now, when I click this one, it says today's date, right? When I clicked it, I saw that it was coming soon. So I kind of want to wait to play with that one. So I went right on to the next one and I just clicked it. Once you click it, you're going to see everything. I'm going to walk you through these tabs and we're going to talk about the different things you can do with listings. So you'll see the main MLS photo. You'll see the MLS number, price, single family, beds, bath, half bath, square footage. Overview there. Gallery is actually all of the photos that are in the MLS. Right on over into your kvCORE, right? Because it comes right over. Maps. I like maps because it also connects to the street view, the Google Map street view. You guys like street view? How many people like street view? Type street view if you like street view. And I did this on my iPad. Oh, there we go. I can move it. I can see across the street. I can see the neighbors' houses. You know, it is Google Maps. So whatever was last recorded by Google Maps, but I can see. So if this house was on the corner and this, you know, I don't want to market this, or even while I'm looking for a client, that client didn't want to be on that corner, then this would not be the home for her. But I like that view. You know, you can see it in some other ways. You can see how much driveway there is as well. You know, we can try to see it through photos, but I really like street view. Yes, Jen, I love street view, especially for my clients that have that picky type location in their, you know, during their consultation, they really drill down about the location and the street and how much driveway or, you know, what they need on the exterior. I like street view, okay? So I like to get a little preview there, and I'm glad we have that feature. Now, the next button is similar listings. If this listing wasn't what I was looking for at the time, kvCORE has some similar listings for me, right? They also have nearby listings, all right? And they tell you the distance away. I like this. I mean, it's just really doing the work for me. I told you guys we've had AI before we knew we had AI, right? kvCORE has been our AI for a long time. View activity and timeline. Timeline basically starts with the listing date. Maybe if there were some things that you did or some activities that you did with this listing, it would be listed here. So say maybe I texted it to Susie, who was my potential client, or I sent out an email to my leads. This information would be right here. Or even if I called someone about this listing. I like this button because I can keep track. Also, I can say, oh, I don't need to send this to Susie again because I've already sent it to Susie. Now, one more thing, one button that another feature, the AI feature for kvCORE that I really love, matching buyers. If there were some buyers who were looking for homes like this, their name and information would come up right here. Okay, their information will come up right here for me. So this little matching buyers buttons on these listings is one of my favorite buttons as well. And I see something in the notes. I'm going to go and try to grab that. I'm going to let somebody in and I'm going to grab that note. Hold on. Let's see. Maybe it's a question that we need to answer. Okay, gives out the area clients a better, gives out the area client. Oh yeah, gives out of the area clients a better idea, especially when it's still unclear on what they want versus describing, yes, what you as the agent like. I love that. That is a great tip. Thank you for sharing that, Jen. That is really good information, especially for relocating clients as well that don't kind of understand the makeup of this area per se, or the area that they're moving into. I definitely like street view. I like to see if my neighbor's yard, what my neighbor's yard looks like too, Jen. That's one of my favorite. Like, let me see what the neighbor's yard looked like when Google was driving by, right? Or, let's look at their roof. Let me see what type of neighbors I'll have if I'm gonna move here. So I like looking at that view as well and kind of coaching the agents. Hey, look, coaching the clients. Look at this. All right. All right. So matching buyers is another favorite feature. So you can click that button and find out if you have any matching buyers. And then of course, you can create your call list for the day again. Another quick button on each listing is send by way of email. More actions, send by way of text, add to saved, email to a hashtag. So if you already have a hashtag group for this area or for that this listing may fit, we can email it to everyone in that hashtag, or we can text to everyone in that hashtag. Again, we can generate a QR code, we can create a flyer, and I'm going to show you guys this feature in just one moment because I bet you didn't know about Core Present. I'm in love with Core Present. We can post to Facebook, post to Twitter, post to Pinterest, and post to Craigslist. That's going to take a little bit of training. I'll show you guys that if we may not have time this week, but I will definitely show you guys Craigslist if you want to see Craigslist, because that's a really good one-click lead generation tool as well. But Core Present, I like Core Present, so I'm going to press it for you guys and show you guys. We can create a whole presentation on a property, all right, on the property, or maybe for potential listings or potential buyers. We can drill all the way down into tons of information and also create the comps. All right. So again, this is an AI tool. You just enter the address of the property that you would like to price out. Once entered, they'll use the MLS data to provide the neighborhood comps. All right. They'll do it automatically, but they also let you do it manually as well. So I'm just going to click and show you guys. So they want you to confirm that this is the correct information. Hopefully you've taken a look. It should be the correct information. Next, you can do some comparable, well, they're going to give us some comparable details. Let's take a look here. And you can still make changes as well right here. All right. So we are looking at the artificial intelligence. We're looking at the information that kvCORE has looked at and found itself based on information that was from the listing. So they said, okay, this is a single family home. There are 3 bedrooms. If you notice, you can move these things. You could change it, square footage. If you wanted to change any of those, you can change it, but this is what automatically populated there, okay? If you want to manually add comparables, if you know the MLS numbers, you'll put it here. You can do multiple, you'll just put a comma there. What kvCORE found themselves is 14 total matches, 10 that have sold, 2 that are pending, 2 that are active, and none that were coming soon. All right, so say I'm good with this, okay? I'm just going to leave it just like they found it, or even I'm moving fast and I just need something really quick. I'm just going to keep going, right? So I'm going to say next, go ahead and build my CMA for me. All right, so they got the report, they got the date, which is important. They have what is being compared. And if for any reason you need to edit, still they give you another chance to edit. And then below, here is your CMA information. They're going to use 5 categories that they'll have in this report for you. They have most recent sold, most recent active, highest sold, highest active. Then they give you the averages below. Then they give you some market assessment. Now, remember when I first started this, I was like, I'm going to do this as my property of the week, or this is my neighborhood. This is my farming area. This is the area that I want to work in. So now I have some statistics that maybe even I can share on social media, right? Because our social media people, they love statistics, right? They love when we share stats. So here are also some notes that you can take to go a little bit further on social media if you want this market data, all right? So I'm okay with all of this information because I'm rushing. I'm not even looking at it. I'm not disputing them. I'm going to take their artificial intelligence and I'm going to hit save CMA, or, oops, I'm going to show y'all one more thing. Or I could have hit create presentation. All right, now, guess what else? I can attach this to a client if I wanted to. We'll put Nakia. put that Nakia EXP, that is our fake persona. Oh, they said they can't find me. Wait a minute, they rang. Hold on. Go ahead, add. Let's see if they'll personalize this. All right, so this report has been saved to past reports. I'm gonna hit OK. And then I'm going to hit, so that was if I wanted to save a CMA only, add it to Nakia's profile. Now, I'm going to show you guys the presentation that kvCORE creates. And then I'm going to open this up for wows and questions and all of that good stuff. All right, look at this here. So first thing I noticed when I did this, that I can use this as a presentation on the web, or I can create a PDF. All right, so if I'm sitting down with the client, or if I'm on a Zoom call like this and we're doing a consultation, I can present this, share my screen, and I have a presentation that took me only just a few moments. If I wasn't talking so much, we would have gotten this done faster. I have 6 sections, 11 slides. All right. We could put an image on there if we wanted an image, or no image. I'm gonna say no image for now because they want me to find one on my computer. All right, so let's take a look at our presentation. Oh, and also again, pencils. If we wanted to edit our first page, we can edit our first page. Let me go down to the next page. I want you to see page by page. So the first section is, why am I the right fit? Guess what? It created a page for you. Hold on. Let me turn my camera off one moment because we are probably getting into, oh, next, right there, sorry. Let's see, look at this. Value of an agent. Everybody's been wondering how to explain their value proposition. Well, guess what? kvCORE is helping us, all right? So again, value of an agent, we have a little presentation there that we can walk through. One moment. Zoom and websites give me a little trouble. Am I still with you guys? Can you hear me? Are you guys still there? Or did I lose the internet?
I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Okay, all right. We just lost the presentation. So let me hit create presentation again. Thank you. I'm gonna go back. Anybody excited about this so far from what they did see so far? Like, wow, a quick presentation. So fast. All right, let me see. Thanks, Jen. Come on, internet. Why am I the right fit is the first page. There we go. So we're going through the value of an agent. If you notice, it personalized it for me, right? I got my EXP logo over here. I have my name. I have all my contact information over there. I didn't do anything but push a few buttons, right? Why am I the right fit? So take a look at this. They're giving you some statistics, and you can share that, go over a little bit about your value proposition, your story right there, introduce, give a little bit more information about you, make sure you did, you go deep into why you want me to be your agent right there on that page, right? Now, here is some CMA information. All right, what's my home worth? Or the CMA overview. So this, again, don't feel like it's only for a seller. This, you could easily go through with a buyer that's wanting to make an offer, because we are, checking out values and stuff when we are helping buyers write offers, right? So this is one of the pages. Let me give you the next page. It also tells them about what a CMA is. Now, here are the stats. Here are the numbers. Notice all of this is related to, again, we're staying on these, they're giving the addresses rather. All right, you see the addresses of the home sold. So if they wanted to see what that one looked like, it's not just a number. They actually give the address, and I bet if I click this, it would probably take me there, but I'm not going to click it yet. Again, here we got the average active comps, average of pending, and average of closed. So this looks like it will help make a good decision, right? Help our buyers and our prospective listing clients, our sellers, make good decisions. You could change it from total price to square foot, price per square foot, if that's what's usual and customary in your area, or if your client wants to see it in price per square foot. I like price per square foot sometimes, even though we don't use that often here. But I like it when we're getting down into, you know, can't find comps, can't do this, can't do that. I like to change the square foot sometimes, price per square foot. All right, so I moved it back. And then here you can do big picture or you can do comparables. So this is the big picture and that is the comparables. I like that. I like that button. Anybody else? Y'all like that button? I like to be able to do this address thing. I'm clicking it just to see if it's going to take me to that address. I didn't click this earlier. And I think my computer might be running slow. I'm gonna give it 1 second to see what it's gonna do. And if not, I'm coming back. Any questions so far? Yep, it took me right to that home. All right, so these are clickable. Oh, and I noticed that they're highlighted in blue now that I see this a little bit better. So it was clickable. So once I click it, it gave me the information about these homes. I love that. All right, let's see what the next page is. Our next page, again, the market assessment that we saw. Here is good information also. And last but not least on this page, oh no, we're still in our market analysis. Why pricing correctly is important. So this is a guiding you to have a conversation. So this is you should be using these in your consultations. And I'm going to just give you a little tip that I would do. So I generally have, when I first do consultations or do a quick consultation with a client, and then I'm going to sit down for a minute or two longer, I ask them if they have already found a house that they think they would buy online to share that address with me, or a house that they saw before they were ready to start looking, even if it has sold or if it's under contract or anything, to send me that address. So what I would do during this presentation, or how I would use Core Present, is that I would put that address in my kvCORE, and I would sit down and do my consultation using that address in this presentation. All right, does that sound good to anybody? Anybody else would think to do something similar to that? What you guys think? Is that a good idea? Talk to me, talk to me.
So you're doing it like a listing presentation, but you're using it on a house that they're interested, just to kind of show how it compares to everything.
Exactly. Yeah. A lot of my clients are moving here from somewhere else. I just take referrals from other agents, and they're moving here. They're relocating to Charlotte. So they don't know a lot about the area anyway. So this fits my type of business or my type of client just a little bit better. And what it does is it also kind of just reminds me of some things to cover, or gives them some information that they might want and need. I have a rental client that is going into all of these things. Like, she's digging deeper, but she's going to rent for a year and then buy, but she's relocating from Puerto Rico to North Carolina. So I understand, and she owns her house now. So I understand her as a rental client wanting all of this information as well. So even, if you have relocating clients or clients that are just really curious about the neighborhood, or they have drilled down to the neighborhood or community that they want to be in, this is a really good tool. I feel like, do you agree? Is that Jen?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so this page again talks about the supply and demand. Comparable supply, again, you can cut it on and off. So if you take a look now, so they were in a smaller area before, so when it was off, comparable supply was off. And then look what happened when I turned it on. And I'm gonna click it to see if I can click to see. They give you active non-comparable and active comparables. I noticed that. That was another nice tool that I liked. Okay, it didn't click this time, but we're gonna keep going. All right, next we have, this is really another great AI tool, y'all. kvCORE knows the engagement with all of our EXP buyers and all of our EXP users, okay? So on this one, it says, I have interested buyers searching in this area. So look, 4 million people online, 11,000 were looking near this house, 4,706 online engagements near this house and in this price range, and then featured buyers. So we have 737 buyers in our database that are looking at properties like this. So for a listing presentation, this would be really good, right? For you to get that listing. All right. And it is given, it shows examples over here as well. This is a really good report. I'm encouraging everybody to run it on, maybe if they have a listing already, or if they have something in the works, to run this and take a look at it. And maybe you might, I saw today in Workplace that a lot of agents are looking to enhance their listing presentations, or even their buyer presentations. I know we have those in the marketing center, and then we just got the new buyer presentation. But even right here on kvCORE, we just have so many tools that we don't know about. And I was so excited when I saw this, because I was like, somebody really asked about the marketing plan. And I was like, if they only knew, if they just went in kvCORE and pushed a few buttons, kvCORE is really doing all of the work for us. And right here, my marketing plan. So again, this is a conversation starter or a conversation reminder. I love, love, love this presentation for a consultation. Okay. It's it's actually, the marketing plan is talking about some of the tools and some of the things that we have available to us in kvCORE. So it's showing off the kvCORE items and kvCORE tools that we have to use. So it's actually reminding us to share this information with our clients also. Okay, so a few pages there. And then again, personalized ending. All right, you got all of your information there. And then guess what? The client gets to choose. It prompts, it asks the client for an action step. Let's get started, or I need more time or information. And if they click these buttons, then I bet you, look at that. I bet you we would get an email that tells us, hey, Nakia, you better reach out to this client ASAP, because she said that she's ready to get started. Look at that. You guys like that? And you can do it on the web, or you can make it a PDF. Like I told y'all, every time I log into kvCORE, I find something else, right? This was one of my finds, because I wasn't pushing these buttons. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't push all of the buttons either until it's really time that I need it. But this was a really great find. Anybody have a question or want to share maybe a suggestion or a tip for the rest of us on how we can use this? I want this to be an interactive call. Somebody volunteer. Just come off of mute. Let me see. Let me get my participants button. I have so much stuff.
Well, I just think this is great. And yeah, every time I go to anything on kvCORE, there's some new nugget. It's like, wow.
Yes.
Sometimes it's hard to remember all of it though.
I know, yeah, that's the biggest problem. It's just hard to remember. And that's why Cari wanted to give you guys these sessions, these weekly sessions with me, because it's hard to remember. And I'm here to jog your memory and maybe help you, switch up what you're doing or enhance what you're doing. So I think that this is like a great tool. I can't wait to like use this for an actual client. Right. I called up my client today when she's going on vacation, and I think I'm going to wait till she comes back from vacation, because I didn't talk about real estate today. But I'm going to prepare this related to her home that she wanted to buy, but she has not pushed the button yes yet. I'm going to prepare this and just send it over to her. All right. And my other Jen, I had Jennifer and now Jen. I see you're off of mute.
Yes, sorry, I didn't really have to click the button there.
Okay.
I love this. Actually, I just did some CMAs yesterday, and I'm already going to redo them with this because it has so much of the marketing already done for me, and I am not the best at Canva. So, like I said, every time I log into kvCORE, there's just something else that is phenomenal, and I love it.
Right. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for that feedback, because this is like, oh my goodness, like I'm ready to sell like 10 houses this month just based upon this tool alone. And I went back to the main screen, I went ahead and pressed present. I lost my screen there for a minute, guys. Hold on one second. I went back to and pushed present, and this is the screen that is there. So we can present. Here's a live link, or we can download and print. Okay, so if you are going to be somewhere where you won't have computer access, maybe you can just download and print it, or if you put it in, you make folders, binders, all of that good stuff. We still have that option also. And again, if we are going to just present it, then we are going to click there. We're going to copy it and just paste it right into our tablets or our laptops, or even just share this link with our clients. If you're like me, I text message links all day, every day. So I can literally text message this link to the client, and they'll have it on their computer, and this is what they'll see. They'll see just what we saw. All right, and they'll be able to push these buttons just like we push the buttons. But how easy is this? Like, how many people want to use this tool this week? Like like today or tomorrow, this weekend? I'm
I'm doing it
excited.
right now, honestly.
Right. Like, I was using NAR RPR to do my
Yeah.
maze and stuff. I think I'm going to start using this, to be honest with you, Jen.
Well, I
This
tried to,
page blew my mind.
condensing it all to one app is so much easier too, but I'm old
Mhm.
school. So I learned on a typewriter, you know, so sometimes this like prepackaged stuff used to scare me, but
Yeah.
kvCORE actually like gets it accurate. So
Right. Yep. And it's this, I told you we had AI before we knew we had AI. This page right here will seal the deal if you're at a listing appointment. This page right here.
yeah,
Like, literally, our office works with buyers and sellers and keeps an up-to-date funnel of interest. And look at that right there. And I like how it just says, okay, all of EXP looks like this, then online near this address, and it goes deeper, online near this address and in this price point. And then it's saying, hey, 737 people just might be interested. Like, oh, I just
you
can't wait.
know,
I'm so
something to think
excited.
about.
I know my brain is like on fire. Like, I want to just contact everybody in my database that didn't even need this report and like send it to them, right?
They just didn't know they needed it, right? That's our job.
Yes. Does anybody else have questions on Core Present? I think that's like our big aha moment for today, but I can go back. I don't know if there's anything else that will blow our minds any more than that. Don't forget, we do have a direct link to each and every property right there. On this line, they tell us whether or not there are any open houses on this property. We get this notice right here on this page. Lead activity. If we have any lead activity there, here's another exciting feature I love. Revenue. If you are numbers, if you track your numbers, if you like money, right? Like we like money, we can see our potential income. Now they do it all at 3%. That's just the default. But they tell us how much a 3% commission. If we sold this property, we could earn a check of $9,747, or a gross commission income of $9,747,000. I like that button, right? Anybody else like that button? So just me. I like that button. All right. Now it also tells us how many people were in kvCORE looking at this property. How many people in our brokerage actually looked at this property? So, hey, that's something that's only been listed for one day. I'm going to go look at a listing that's been listed for a little longer and see what that number looks like, if it's any different. Also, if there's been any reductions on this listing price, all right, there is that feature right there. And then it just gives us everything in the MLS. But really, I think, and the reason I like these features being in kvCORE, and I want you guys to kind of get used to being in kvCORE using these features instead of in your MLS, is just because what Jen just said. I like all of this consolidated into one platform. If we knew that we could do almost just about anything in this platform, right? I think we would stay here just a little longer. If we knew all these features existed, I think we would just stay here a little longer, especially if you do time blocking and you're into time management. and getting rid of distractions. Because Jen, how many times have we gotten distracted because we went into a different program? We went to a
Yeah.
different website. This,
Time blocking and time management are two different things.
oh yeah. Well, you know what? I don't even call time management. I say task management. I have
Right.
totally replaced the word time management for task management because really we just need to manage our tasks more so than our time.
It's there's just so many amazing options. I mean, from the
Yes.
very beginning when you enter in a contact and you can verify if their information's accurate or not.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness. Whew. kvCORE just blows my mind. Now, I am writing this address down because this is probably something you'll do. Write this address down, and then we will go back over, for anybody that was here last week, we're going to go back over to the playbook. Because remember, there's some fast features over in our playbook. So we're going to leave our listings page because I've already decided that this is my property of the week, evidently, right? So I'm going to go now to playbooks, and I am going to promote a listing. So I'm going to open the playbook, and I am going to type this listing right here. They've already let me narrow it down to my office listings, but I'm going to type the first few digits of the address, and there it is right there. And I just hit start promoting, and they're going to open up. Tell me what my options are here. So what can I do? Do I want to go on social media? What do I want to do on social media? If I want to follow up and communicate. So they're basically leading me on what I can do. Do I want to see if there are any matching buyers? I can contact my matching buyers, or if I want to utilize custom text codes. I think next week we're going to get into the custom text codes because we haven't talked about that yet. We're going to talk about text codes and smart numbers next week. All right. So I'm going to leave that button alone because I don't want to get a conversation started that we won't finish. All right. Here, and then that's my playbook results. That's some activities. You'll have to press the buttons on the first all plays to see this populate. But I want to go to the quick sheet because again, we are moving fast and we don't have time for all of the things that we want to do. But guess what? kvCORE has done some things for us. So they've generated my squeeze page. They've created my landing page. They have my property link right here. And I even have a virtual tour that I can just copy for this listing as a virtual tour. I'm going to let you guys see that. This is how it populates. And I'm going to give you a tip about property tours. My very first time I found this, I downloaded it and I shared it on TikTok, right? This one is here, but I had a virtual tour, or I had a video tour, I'm sorry. I think I heard someone, come on. Come back.
I was trying to do what you're doing and then I look up and we're somewhere else and I can't figure out where we went.
So maybe let me go back to where I was. So I went to playbooks.
Yeah,
Then I went to promote a listing, open playbook. And then I just started typing this address in. Well, I used my office listings and I started typing this address in.
yeah. I got that far and I got then I clicked start promoting the property. And then I was trying to go from there and I looked up and you're in a property tour. And so that's where I got lost.
Okay, hold on, I'll show you. All right,
Listing promotion
start
thing.
promoting. I clicked that last button, quick sheet. That's maybe. Is that
Okay.
where I lost you, quick sheet.
Oh, there I am. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
sorry.
So quick sheet. No problem. So you guys heard of squeeze pages? I'll show you what one looks like. These are basically links that you're going to share anywhere and everywhere, right? So that you can these are your lead generation tools. These are how you are capturing people's information, or you are figuring out if they want more information from you, right? So the first one I clicked, which one did I click? I clicked squeeze page first, right? So squeeze page is basically getting people to do something. They want them to click these buttons. And when they start clicking these buttons, if they click ask an agent, right? Ask agent a question, that is coming to you. If they click request a showing, it's coming to you. And if you guys notice, this is like my website, remember we did websites last week? This is still my website, but it creates a page, a single property page, basically, right? It tells the school information, when it's available. I think this one hasn't been in long enough, might need to be populated. But generally the school information is there, and then all of the other quick information, all right? All of the action buttons are right at the top. And again, they can download your app from here, okay? Or they can find their own home value from here if they already own a home there. That was the squeeze page. The landing page looks just a little bit different. Let's look at a landing page. I'll show you guys what that looks like. Landing page generally prompts for information right off the bat. Before you land here, you give me your information and I'll give you something else. That's basically how I kind of remember landing page. It's a little bit of information, landing, little bit of information, right? So they get just as little bit as we possibly want to offer, because we want them to give us their email and their phone number, and then they're able to see more, okay? They see a description, so we can, again, share this anywhere. And if you notice, there is also a share button, so who we share with, they may also share easily too, okay? Or we can use these ourselves to share on our Facebook, our Twitter, our LinkedIn, or on Pinterest also. So here you get just direct access to sharing it in more places, all right? So you can play on the internet all day. Property tour almost looks property link looks really close to squeeze page. Let me just show it to you, just so you can see what it looks like. But these are really useful on the go. See that there? It looks very similar. Oops. Except that Nakia has been on here looking at listings, and you guys remember that it thinks that I'm my Nakia Evans client. So it's asking me to log in, or it's saying that you've looked at enough properties now. I need your information. You're not going to be window shopping on my website. Remember we set that feature up last week? Well, here goes, because I use this computer to pretend to be my client as well. So it's not letting me get in there. Now, if you had it set to 5, 6, 7, 8, and that client hasn't looked at that many listings, they're not going to get this prompt until they reach that maximum amount, okay? So, and generally, you guys could probably see right behind there, it's looking just like this page, just about, right? You agree? So I think Squeeze and Property Link almost kind of resemble each other. And then again, Property Tour, they're just going to get just a tour of the property. They can watch a video if there's a video, or they can look at each room. And if they're labeled out, there we go. Look at that. So we have so many options, don't we? So that's your playbook, okay? And again, if I want to try to match buyers, if I want to see if any buyers are here. So I'm going to go back to see if I have any buyers for this property. And I think I just click somewhere on this side here to see. Let me see. Yeah, I just click it and they tell me, Nakia, you don't have anybody here. So we're not sending anything to anybody, okay? And let me just let you guys see what social media looks like too. Let's look at digital promotion. Yep, just gives me my links again, squeeze page, landing page, and Craigslist. I told you guys about Craigslist. So let me give you some homework. If you are interested in Craigslist, I want you to, or even learning about Craigslist or learning how to use Craigslist. If you don't already have a Craigslist account or profile, go ahead and set up a Craigslist profile. You as a real estate agent, you get a profile. You put your license number in and all of that good stuff. So you show up as a professional on Craigslist, all right? So go ahead and set up your profile. Set it up, add your license number and the information, verify your email address and all of that good stuff. Because next week I can show you guys how to use it. Now, one quick tip, you have to do it in Google Chrome, okay? And there is also a Chrome extension that you have to use, that you have to install on your Chrome or on your on that Google Chrome website. But kvCORE will walk you through it. Okay. Matter of fact, look, it's right here. I'm going to share it with everybody because I want you to have this for next week. I'm just going to put the instructions there. I follow the instructions. I am not the best techie in the world, but I followed these instructions. Or if you go right back here, if you see it, instructions on how to use this extension can be found right here. So I'm going to share both of these in the chat box for homework. And if you're coming back next week, I want you to set up your Craigslist account and set up and just follow these instructions that are in our chat box now to creating the extension that we'll need in order to add these listings onto Craigslist. Okay. So that's what you want to do for homework. And that is it for me. I'm ready for some questions and answers. Let's go over some questions or maybe key takeaways, anything that you want to share with us. I would love to spend 12 minutes talking to you guys. What you got for me? Playbooks, listings, anything, or anything that we've covered over the past 3 weeks. Don't be shy.
I came on late last week and
Okay.
I haven't had time to go back and look at the video. I was like, oh, I'll watch the video. And now I can't even remember what it was. So I'll have to go watch the video.
Last week we did some lead. Did we do lead engines? What did we do last week? Now I'm lost. Hold on.
Well, it
No,
was
we did
some
our
kind of
website.
service.
We did website last week.
Well, it was at the very beginning. There was like some service or something. And I'll have to go watch the video because I came on like about 5 minutes, 6 minutes late. So I missed the very
Okay,
beginning.
let me see.
But
Hold on. I see
if anyone else has any questions, I don't want to take up the time.
No, everybody's quiet today. You guys are quiet. So we spent time on this website page and literally, let me tell you how I learned kvCORE, Jennifer. Well, first, I actually did the training. Let me say that first, because I came from Coldwell Banker and we used something different. We didn't use kvCORE. So I did Agent Quick Start. And I went through all of the kvCORE videos because I'm like a nerd. I came as a leader, right? And I was bringing agents with me. And I said to myself, I have to know how to use the EXP tools before I did agent attraction. So I actually did the Agent Quick Start and I did all of these trainings. I didn't do all of them. I did most of them. I spent an hour a day literally learning kvCORE and Sky Slope, okay? In my first 6 months of coming to EXP. And that was because I had a very large group coming with me. So don't think that it's the expectation of everybody that everybody needs to do that. So I don't want to put that out there at all.
But I didn't have a large group and I didn't have a database. I had nothing when I started and I went through those courses and I didn't really have anything to work with them on. And so now I've forgotten most of it.
Okay. Well,
I haven't come back.
Well, here's what to do. I think you should go back because I don't think we're ever too far ahead to go back to the basics. As a matter of fact, I always say go back to the basics because I've been a real estate agent for 22 years. And I really think the basic stuff that we did so many years ago works great, right? I know we try to get fancy and we try to do more things and we try to do different things now, but really picking up the phone, calling, using this database. I used the database as an agent at Coldwell Banker. And even when I was a manager at Coldwell Banker, I used that CRM to its fullest. And I was very successful in my own mind, right? I was very successful as award-winning and all of that good stuff. So again, I'm just like, hey, get back to the basics, go back to the basics. Whenever people ask me for advice, I really tell them, just go back to the basics. Use the tools that we have and really do the things that agents who have been here for a long time, do the things that they did, right? I mean, of course, we have so many more advancements these days than, even 10 years ago, even maybe I was actively selling 6, 7 years ago. So even 6 or 7 years ago, I did not have all of these things. And I don't remember half of these tools in my last CRM. So I get excited when I go into kvCORE. And here, just if you guys are still looking at my screen, so we did the presentation and I gave it to my fake client, Nakia Evans, right? So here it is right here on my dashboard, right? So again, everybody should definitely, first thing you do when you get to kvCORE is look at the dashboard, right? And I'm going to click on to Nakia Evans, the client. Let me see what it does. It go also into that file. So if I wake up tomorrow and I look at Nakia's file, yeah, I can see here, create it. And oops, I can see, you know, everything about Nakia. I can see the last time I talked to Nakia. Today, I also did, just in case anybody's wondering, just not listings, I called clients today and I put notes in their chart. So, and I think I'm going to start a at least 3 person per day with just a forward method. No questions about real estate at all. My client today, I just texted her and asked her what season of sports or what sports are her children playing this season. And that was it. I didn't get into real estate. I didn't ask her, hey, are you ready to list your house? Because she's going to list. I didn't ask any of that. I just talked about her children and I found out some good information. She's going on a trip to Los Angeles. And when she comes back, I'm going to call her, see how her trip was. And I'm also then going to send one of these presentations to her after that. But I'm going to at least have 3 conversations a day that does not ask anything about real estate, and I'm going to make sure I put my notes. I'm challenging myself to use this kvCORE database more and more. So that's my plan. I'm going to do a challenge and maybe I'll write it out and I'll give it to you guys too, so you can challenge yourselves as well. Anybody else have an aha for today? Oh, and Jen, yes, wait a minute. Create yourself as a client with a different email address and test it out on yourself. Gives you a better idea of what they are looking at, and when they call to thank you, you'll know what they mean. Yes, I definitely. So I have myself in here with 2 different Gmails. So I have 2 different Nakia Evans clients in here, but also do your spouse or your significant other as well, because you can't use your own phone number to get any text messages, by the way, Jen. So you may create with your extra Gmail personal email, but you'll have to use your significant other's cell phone number or someone else's cell phone number, because it won't let you do, oh yeah, Google, yeah, your Google phone number. I have one of those too, yeah, or Google phone number with that email that you have created, yeah. Perfect. So many great ideas shared today. I know you guys are busting at the seams and want to play with all of these tools. Remember, and when we were talking about task management and timing yourself, or, you know, building habits, all of these tools can be put into your action plan and your activity goals in order to do these things or use these things. Just like myself, for myself, I'm challenging myself as an activity to contact 3 different people and just talk about anything besides real estate and add it as a note in kvCORE. Okay. So if I call my friend from high school, she is going in my kvCORE and I'm putting her in there, and I'm going to put a note in there, what I talked to her about, and I'm putting her in there, right? My sphere of influence, because again, your high school friends are referral sources, so they should be in your kvCORE as well. All right. So don't exclude anyone. Everyone matters when it comes to your database. All right. And everybody goes in the kvCORE. All right. Even if it's just you keeping notes and conversations, and, you know, they don't have to be on a campaign, but they can be in here with their information, their birthday, everything. All right. Thank you. And thanks, Jen. Jen is hanging up. Any other questions before we leave for today? All right. Cari has recorded this. She will post the recording if you need to reference back. But thank you so much. I hope you have an aha moment. I hope you have I hope you do your homework, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you.